Hi, I'm Benjamin Day, a systems engineer with Pessler. Today I'm going to give a brief overview on the maps functionality within PRTG. In this video, we'll cover the creation of a map, using various icons to represent our different devices, groups, and sensors within PRTG, and then finally publishing the map so that we can use it across the network. We'll start by going into the web interface of our PRTG instance. Now hover on Maps on the menu bar, and then click Add Map. At the Add Map screen, we'll give our map a name. I'm going to go with Network Diagram. We can also specify a custom size. I'm going to go with 1024 by 768. Not too big, but not too small. If I have a background image I want to use, I can select that. Finally, I'm going to select Yes in the Allow Public Access section. Now I'll click on the Continue button, and I'm brought to the Map Designer screen. In this screen, we have three areas of interest. First is the device tree. This is our device tree straight from the PRTG devices screen. Second is our map grid. This is where we will bring in the various icon elements to represent our groups, devices, and sensors in PRTG. The third area is where all of our icons are grouped. First, let me explain the concept on how to bring a device onto the map and represent it by an icon of our choosing. I first decide which device I want to represent. I'll go with the PRTG probe device, so I'll click it to select it. Then, I choose an icon I want to represent it with and drag it onto the map grid. You can see this is a dynamic icon. Let me explain the difference between static and dynamic icons. Dynamic icons all have counters on them, showing the number of sensors associated with that device or group and what status they're in. For example, our probe device has 17 sensors, all of which are in an OK state. Static icons will not show any information pertaining back to a group, device, or sensor. They are used purely for illustration purposes. Now this is a network diagram, so let me add a few more devices. I'll bring in a Cisco ASA device, a Cisco core switch, a VMware ESX host, a couple of Windows domain controllers, a Windows SQL server, and finally a Windows SharePoint server. Now that I have these devices out here, let me clean them up a little bit. Now I'll connect them to the networking devices they're connected to. I'll do this with the connector tool. By clicking and grabbing on the dot to the left of the device icon, I can drag it over to another device, and this will create a link. Now I have linked all the devices back to the core switch, and the core switch linked back to the firewall. Let's click on the View Map tab so I can see how our map looks. I'm pretty happy with this map. I want to publish it so my fellow engineers can see it and use it. I'll click on the Get HTML tab. I have a few options here. I can send out a link that requires a PRTG login. I can send out one that does not, as long as I remember to select Yes on the Allow Public Access setting. If I forgot, it's okay. I can click on Settings, and I can make the change right now. Going back to the Get HTML tab, I can also take code directly from PRTG here and create an iframe to use with any content delivery system I have. Now going back to the map, with these dynamic icons, I can click on them and they'll take me directly back into PRTG to the device or sensor that the icon represents. So in a very short time, we've created a map we can use to not only monitor multiple devices, but drill down into them when we see an error. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at support@pessler.com with any map-related questions or any questions about PRTG at all. We'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.